we're doing a story about Tom Hardy and transformation. Hi, I'm Gabriel.
This channel is all about the stories of some great people, where I make projects and search for that bit of wisdom that set these people apart.
Check them out and leave me a comment. You could also like and subscribe to see more. If you've ever been in a long-term relationship, you'll know that there are two types of argument. Ones that you can resolve and ones that you don't. No matter how reasonable and kind you are, there are always some ways in which two individuals are completely and fundamentally different, and no amount of talking it out will make you think like them. You might be able to understand or empathise with each other's points of view, but that doesn't change the fact that you disagree. These arguments can rumble on for years, even decades, because most of us change really, really slowly, if we change at all. But just occasionally, you come across someone who has changed themselves entirely. These are people who have managed to leave behind their old outlook and choices and reactions, and completely inhabit other ways instead. For a change like this, we normally use another word: transformation. Recently, I've been trying to transform my body. Tom Hardy's obviously famous for transformation. And when I started, I was 6'3", 40-inch belly, and 26 and a bit inch thighs. So I carried my weight all over. I was 112 kilos. And according to the NHS BMI, I was obese. Edward Thomas Hardy was born in London, Hammersmith in 1977 on the 15th of September. He was the only child to a painter and a comedy writer, and he lived a privileged life with an expensive education. Right, this is rubbish. Despite these advantages, Tom Hardy had a rather inauspicious start. He discovered glue sniffing when somebody warned him off it as a teenager, and then went on to further drug and alcohol abuse. He then had some school expulsions and even arrest. Oh man. By adulthood, Hardy had become a master manipulator and liar, and he therefore saw acting as something that he might be good at. He got his first success, age 21, on Find Me a Supermodel. He married his first wife at 22, and the next step was drama school, which he left a couple years later when he landed a small part on Band of Brothers.
It seems that the Germans are bad, very bad.
However, Hardy's commitment to acting, like his relationship with his wife, was in constant competition with what was now a long-term addiction to alcohol and cocaine. Hardy doesn't speak too much about those times, but as his marriage failed, the critics panned Star Trek Nemesis, his biggest break yet, and he found himself in a pool of blood and vomit. He reluctantly checked himself into rehab. And he recalls having every intention of checking himself out and going back to drinking as soon as the dust had settled. But 28 days later, something had changed. Hardy realised that he did have a problem, and more than lies and manipulation. There in rehab, Tom Hardy learned the true art of transformation. The actor that emerged from this experience is extraordinary. Able to play a man with muscular dystrophy in 2008 and a stocky Charles Bronson in 2009. Tom Hardy has become one of the most successful British actors ever. A devoted father and husband, friend of a prince, and friend to addicts. He cries at Shrek, counts his stunt double as one of his best friends, and rehearses his characters in front of his dogs because they're less likely to be impressed or taken in. It's important to always transform yourself if you can, Hardy says.
Try and hide yourself as much as you can. That's the key to longevity.
Real change is really hard, but Tom Hardy reminds us that if we can find a way to do that, we can find a way to do anything, to be anyone. We could even find a way to stop arguing with the people that we love.